everyone, it's Julia and welcome back to my channel. Today I am tackling another area in my sewing room. This is my More Calm, Less Clutter series that I am doing this month, and today we're tackling the thread, fibers, trims, ribbons, that area. I hope you have a chance to maybe tackle an area in your sewing room or craft room that you have just too much, or you just need to straighten or tidy up a bit. And so I hope you join me. I'm going to be going and showing you the area, and let's get started. I have all of my thread in this drawer system, and this is right on my left hand side. I'm left-handed, so it's just really convenient, and it sits right next to my sewing machine, hiding underneath the table that my sewing machines sit on. There's no organization right now at all in these, and I really have to sort through them. As you can see, mumbled jumbled in here, and I have cotton threads, polyester threads, my rayon threads, and everything is, and here's even a cone thread laying on top, my invisible thread. Everything is just not organized. A couple things I want to accomplish here is I want to go through and purge thread that is just substandard thread. There's some in here that, let's just face it, not all thread is the same. There is thread that is just not very good quality, and I do have some of it in here right now. Also, thread that maybe is old. Thread is one of those things that, and I may be wrong, but I almost feel it has a shelf life, that it just breaks down after time. I will say that keeping your thread in a lint-free, dust-free area like this type of a drawer system is much better than keeping it up on a spool rack. I used to love the look of my spool rack. I'd have it hanging on the wall and I could see all the colors, and it just made me happy. But truthfully, it wasn't good for my thread. Thread became really dusty, and it just wasn't good. And so I do want to go through and just pull some thread that has been around for a while. A lot of my cone thread is in the bottom drawer. And then I also have another whole box of thread. Most of it looks like it's rayon thread. This has been gifted to me. Actually, my church gave it to me, and I think someone must have given it to the church. They don't need thread, and they know that I sew, and I do a lot of sewing projects for them. Anyway, I have it, and I'm going to sort through that. Some of the spools are almost completely empty, and then I'm going to try to blend it all and get everything contained into my drawers here. I'm going to be doing this off camera, but this is what I'm going to be working on. I'm working on my thread, and I did manage to get all of my cone thread in the bottom drawer. I've been now kind of going into more of my decorative threads. A lot of these, they're called like a rayon thread. They're almost like a cording, and some of the rat tail too, which is like a decorative cording. I used to do bobbin work where I would wind those on my bobbin, and I haven't done that for years. Anybody tried that, or have anybody experimented with bobbin work? I'm not ready to get rid of this yet because it might be something that I want to get back into. I can also add these to little projects, just free motion little bits and pieces on. I did find this old vintage box of J.P. Coates Darning and Mending. I love the box, and if there's some in here, but I'm thinking I'm going to take this out of the drawers and put this up on one of my shelves just for a display. It's just really cool. I'm plugging away here. I am kind of sorting some things out that I know I can take to the thrift store, and I'm just going to continue. I do have my fibers categorized in these baskets up on top by color, and this system works really well for me. I'm constantly grabbing my fiber by color, and so I might go through these a little bit, but I really think that they're pretty organized. I have more of my tans and my neutrals in this first basket. My second basket is my greens and my blues, and I do have some, of course, some purples in there. And then in the far basket are my pinks and my golds, yellows, and those types of colors. But going down is what I need work on. I do have a couple empty spaces down here now. One empty space and one almost empty that I'll be able to add to and organize. In these two baskets, I do have my wool fibers and my rovings that I do when I felt. And these need to be addressed. I need to go through them and sort out and see if there's stuff I can possibly donate. I have my ribbons, I have a bunch of trims, and my laces have really gotten out of hand. This is an area that, again, I grab a lot when I'm doing my little projects, but it's messy and it's just not functioning very well. I picked up these huge spools of lace at my antique mall, and these are vintage laces. They're beautiful. I love them. I use them a lot in my projects, but they're so big, and so I don't know what I'm going to do. If I can maybe find just a different way of storing. I'm going to have to do some thinking on that. And so this is my next project that I'm going to tackle, and I will show you the end results. I do have one more thing I want to show you, and that is this old Coca-Cola crate that I have some of my wool rovings in. And I'm going to take them out of there. They're getting a little dusty, and I'm going to try to get them into one of my cloth baskets. I am back, and I have made a lot of progress on my thread and my fiber area. First of all, for my thread, I did manage to empty the box that was donated to me and got everything in here. I have it by drawers of what the top drawer is what I use all the time, and this is my all-purpose thread, and I do have my variegated thread, but it all fit in one. And the next drawer is more of my specialty metallics. I have my woolly nylon in here, my invisible thread, and some of my rat tail cord, that type of thing in this drawer. And then two drawers of rayon thread, which I don't use much anymore, but I still use for my decorative stitching. And then the bottom is a large drawer full of my cone thread that I use for my serger. So that worked out great. It's very handy. And now onto my fibers and my trim section here. I sorted every little nook and cranny of this and did dusting and just took everything out and reorganized. The top baskets are again sorted by color, and that is my fibers and my yarns that I just grab for little projects. I use it pretty much every week. I'm grabbing out of those baskets. And then I got everything labeled, and it's gonna work so nice. This one is all my wool yarns, all my wool rovings, and then in the bottom here I do have my bits and pieces that I use this for my fabric ribbons and anything that little pieces that I need when I'm sewing. And my felting supplies are at the bottom. Was able to organize all my lace motifs and doilies in one container. And this one I don't use super often, but it's nice to have it all organized. My lace trims are in here, and also my measuring tape trims. I do put these on a few of my designs. I have my ribbons, more lace by the yard, and they just are fitting in there so nice. My books in there. I have my supplier books, and then also just some of my publications that I like to refer to. On down again, this one has my rickrack, seam binding, bias tape. It's just in a little thing that I can pull out. And in this one is one again that I don't use as often, but it's my fringe, feathers, and tassels. And so that completes this part of my Clean My Sewing Room series. And the next area that I want to tackle is my fabrics. So I hope you join me. Have a great day, everyone. I hope this motivates you to start, just to start. Thanks so much. Bye for now.